welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Today I am here to go over my fourth update to my massive project pan. I started this project pan in January 2022, and at the time that I started, it consisted of 68 products and a bag of samples. This is my fourth update in, and it is August 16th, so I am 7.5 months into the project pan. And for my first 2-month period, I finished 8 products. For my second 2-month period, I finished 9 products. For my third 2-month period, I finished 9 products again. And this is my fourth 2-month period. So this project pan consists of skincare, hair care, body care. And I chose to do such a massive project pan because I kind of looked at my entire collection and was like, anything that's expiring or really old, I want to try to put in the project pan. So that's what I did, and just thought, even if it's crazy, let's give it a go. And I've been doing it now. So sorry, every time I shift to my chair, it makes like creaking noises. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk you through each category and give you the updates on what I've been using, if I've had any empties, etc. Most of these have been around 30 minutes. So I think my goal today is gonna try to get it shorter. So I'm gonna try to be more efficient, we'll see. Okay, so my first category is cleansers. Going into facial cleansers, going into this time period, which was from June 16th to August 15th, I had 7 cleansers remaining. And I have not finished any cleansers this time period, so I don't have any big updates. The main oil cleanser I'm using more or less day and night is this Sunny Ruckus Green Flash Oil Cleanser. And I think at this point, it appears to be, I need to squirt it on me, maybe like that much left. So I've made good progress with this, hoping to finish this. Burt's Bees, this has been around a while. This is how big it was. So it's 6 ounces, it was huge. And I decanted it out of here a while ago, and this is what is remaining of it. So I had the goal last month to finish this, but I did not succeed with it. So I'm really hoping that the next time I update you, this Burt's Bees stuff will be gone, because it's fine. It's in good condition. It's definitely old, but it's the one I use in the shower. So yeah, it's the face cleanser I use in the shower. So even though I'm showering daily, I'm not flying through it. It seems like cleansers is a really small category, or slow moving category for me. Okay, so one other product I have in the cleanser category is this Lil Fox Acid Glow. And I received this in the Beauty Heroes box in July 2021. And this product does have only a 6-month expiration date. So at this point, I'm at like a year of using it. And it's a professional strength exfoliating treatment. And it has alpha hydroxy acids and stuff. So you can only keep it on for 30 seconds to 5 minutes. So I am not a huge acid kind of person. Like, I like to be pretty gentle with my skin. So I only use this maybe like once a week, or even less than that, maybe twice a month. That being said, I've been giving myself a goal to keep continuously using this, and knowing that I have a usage goal helps me, use it, even though like I'm not inclined to. So I had a usage goal to use this 4 times, and I actually was successful with that. I used it, I used this 4 times. So I'm just gonna keep doing usage goals for that, definitely. So that's my cleanser category. I'm really just working on finishing this Green Flash Oil Cleanser and getting it off the books, off the numbers, finishing the Burt's Bees Facial Cleanser, and forcing myself to use this here and there. Giving myself usage goals, I should say. Okay, my next category is makeup remover. You know, the Pond's Cold Cream that's been around forever. There's a lot left in here. It's very bright right now. I've decanted it, and I just use this. I try to use it in the shower, sometimes like to remove any SPF or whatever before I wash my face. So this is where I'm at with it. There's like a little black dot, but it's not anything bad. There we go, got it out. So yeah, this is just something I will use for the next 100 years. So, moisturizers. I have two good updates. One of them that I didn't even anticipate finishing was this Graydon Face Glow. This wasn't even one of my goals. And I finished it. Oops. And if you happen to remember in my last video and recently on Instagram, I was like talking about how this package is like impenetrable and how do you get into it? Well, I kind of challenged my husband if he could help me figure it out, and he did. So basically, it normally is all put together and like is a spout. So you take off the cap, he popped off the spout. He was able to pop off this thing, which I was like, oh, cool. And then in there were like two other little spouts, and one had a spring, and it looked like this. So there's some type of like, I think vacuum seal or something that every time you pump it, it's like pushing the product up and up, because when he opened it, this little white plastic thing on the inside was like nearly all the way forward, and he like pushed it down a little when we were talking about it. So anyways, I like got all the product out, and I'd say if you're ever really curious to try to like get the remainder out, there's barely anything left, so it's not worth breaking it into like 5 or 6 pieces. So now you know. That being said, absolutely loved this moisturizer. Beautiful product. It's a tinted moisturizer, primer, and illuminator. I just liked it as a morning moisturizer. It was like thin to medium weight or thickness. The smell is like so beautiful. It smells like dessert, and I wouldn't think that like a vanilla buttercream or like something like that would be something I'd want to smell, but it was just a gorgeous smell. So I finished this moisturizer, and me finishing face moisturizers is a big deal. I have a lot of moisturizers in my inventory, so this was a huge win. I'm very happy about it. It actually expires in September 2022, so I was able to finish it before the expiration, which is great. Another empty I have, you guys will be happy and you'll be proud of me. This was the Cocoa Kind Sleep Mask. This is the one, if you recall, that I waited a long time to even open. And when I did open it, there was like separation and it didn't smell 100% great, but it didn't smell bad. And you guys were like, oh, just get rid of it. And I wasn't ready for it like maybe 2 months ago. But at some point in these last 2 months, I was like, I'm over this. I don't want it. I'm not even using it like on my legs or my feet or anything. Because Cocoa Kind, I had reached out to them and they actually gave me a replacement for it because it shouldn't have separated and done what it did in the time frame that it happened. So I just dumped it. Okay, and you know, I don't do that often, but this is empty, and you know, it's unfortunate that it sat in my collection and, you know, spoiled or whatever happened in the way that it did, but it's kind of a lesson to me, you know, that, or to me and anyone, that we don't need to have these products sitting if we have them sitting in our collection, you know, for a long time, like a year, or this was about 1.5 years, we just have too much, right? If you can't get to it. So this is like just reinforcing how I'm doing these project pans and these no buy, low buy kind of things. So I didn't feel horrible about it. It was also one of my most affordable products. So while I don't want to throw $20 to $30 down the drain like I did in this case, I didn't feel as bad about it. So that's good. I was using this Arcana Holocene moisturizer daily. And I like, as you can see, I kind of mangled it because I wanted to get it all like squished into the middle to get an idea of how much was in there. And I kind of wish I had just left it as it was. But anyways, I recently have done like I did my own little like expiration project where I was looking through all my products. I wanted to know like how many I have expiring, that are expired, are going to expire in 2022 and then 2023, etc. Just because this is the way I am and I'm a weirdo. So once I realized that this product it has until December 2022, and I realized there was a face cream not on my project pan that was already expired but had never been opened, I went to that and wanted to see if it was okay, and it's great, and it's like a small tube. So actually I'm using that as my daily cream right now. So this one's kind of being put back in the cabinet, but I've made good progress with it, and I've used a lot of it, so I feel good about the few months that I dedicated to it, and I'll come back to it in the next few months, most likely. This Lil Fox Marshmallow Poof, this is like the companion product for this one, the Acid Glow. So every time I use this, I use that. So I actually used this one 5 times. So I used it the 4 times that I used this, I used it together with it, and then I guess I used it one other time. And this one, let's see, this expired July 2022, so last month. So, because it had a 12-month shelf life. And I think at some point I'm going to make this my daily moisturizer because it's one of my oldest open moisturizers, and I'd like to finish it and move it out of my, inventory. So I'm just going to continue to use it intermittently while I focus on some other moisturizers, but I'm thinking I might be moving it soon when I finish a different moisturizer. This might become my main one. I hate the smell of this, by the way. It smells like, I think one of the main things is Jasmine Grandiflorum, and it's just too much for me. Next up is eye products. So I've been working on this Cocoa Kind eye cream forever, and it was taller than this, but I have gotten to the point that I cut it. I almost considered not cutting it. I got to the point I couldn't get anything else out of the tube, and I was like, maybe I'll just consider it done. But I'm like, well, what if there's a lot in there? You know me, I cut it, and I've been, as I finish more and more, I've been like cutting portions of it. So I have like that much left. So I am very excited to finish this in the next 2 months. This better be done by the time I do the next video, because this one has been haunting me. So I did not finish this, but it is very close to being finished. And the Violets Are Blue is also on my project pan, and I have, you can see my progress there. This one expires September, October, so still in its main usage time, which is good. And I'm really hoping that, because I've been like really focusing my efforts on this day and night because I want to be done with it. So what I want to do once I'm done with it is make this my morning eye cream daily. That's what I was doing at some point, but I put it like a little bit on the back burner due to the Cocoa Kind almost being done. Okay, so the next category is masks. I had 2 empties last time, and so I don't have any empties this time. What I did do with these masks is I did have a usage goal for each of them. So this Cocoa Kind Turmeric, I had a 4-time usage goal, and I used it 1 time in June. And then for this Live Botanical Tidal Moon Moisture Mask, I had a 4 times use goal, and I did 1 time in the end of July. I love the smell of this. I've used a lot of it, as you can see. That being said, I didn't meet my usage goals. Such is life. Both of these are considered expired at this point, so I really am trying to finish them. I just clearly need to try harder because that was not very successful with my usage goals. So the good news is I have 3 masks left in my project pan that are open, and 2 of them are those, and then there's 1 that is unopened. So I feel like even though I haven't met my usage goals, I still have good progress with my masks, and I don't have like a million open, so that's at least a good thing, knowing me. Okay, next up, let's talk about serums. I have 3 different serums remaining in my project pan, and 2 of them I'm using daily. One of them is the Ingredients Face Serum, and one of them is the Couscous D-Drop Humectant Factor. So I use 1 in the AM, 1 in the PM, and I'm hoping to finish these. I have the goal, actually. I will go over my goals after, but I do have in my goals to finish both of these in the next 2 months. I think they're both decently low, and I'm thinking with like 2 months more use of daily use, I should be able to. So maybe I'll have finished these 2 serums, which would be pretty cool. My Mist and Essence category actually has 3 products remaining too. Good news is I finished 1 of them since I last saw you. It was really low, this Ingredients Plant Water Mist, and I finished it. So I was very happy about that. So that's done. And my Origins Ginseng Energy Boosting Treatment Lotion Mist has been making great progress. As you can see, I've been marking off with the black. So from the last time I saw you, it went from here to there. It's just so consistent. I use it every morning. And I'm not gonna say that I wanna finish it by next time because it looks like double the amount that I probably could finish in 2 months time. So I'm just using it. And then the other, I use that one in the AM, and I use this Joaquina Botanica in the PM, and I just marked where it is. So it's about halfway-ish. You know, maybe like I used 40% or so and I have 60% left. This is a nice mist, so I'm enjoying using it daily. My mist category is under so much control. I have two of them. These two are left in the project pan, and otherwise I only own one other. So that feels great. It's a category that is not out of control. Yay. Okay, next up is SPF. Good news. I finished my Cocoa Kind SPF. It used to be bigger, but you know, I cut as I go. So I finished that and I'm so happy about it. It expired July 2022. So I finished it, you know, July or beginning of August. So I used it like within its expiration time, which is great. I'm done with it. So what I've moved on to now is this. Being 22 weeks pregnant with twins, every time I drop something, it's like a little small part of me cries because it's an effort to bend down. I am currently using this Babbo Botanicals Tinted Face Mineral Sunscreen Stick SPF 50 as my SPF. Yeah, I didn't allow myself to buy like a new sunscreen for my face or anything because I have several products that I'm trying to finish. So this is the last remaining SPF product I had, facial SPF product I had in the project pan, so that's cool, and now I'm using it. And I'm going camping next week for a week, so I should be using it every single day and stuff, which is great. So that's how much is left, and it's like a tinted stick. I like it. It's definitely different than a lotion. It's thicker and everything, but serving the purpose. And it's making me excited for the time when I actually get to like pick a brand new face SPF that's like not a tinted one and stuff that I can use. So I am excited for that. Okay, so my next category that I'm gonna move into is my hair care products. Not a ton to report here, no empties, but some good usage stuff. I'm just using this daily shampoo and conditioner, Inner Sense, and I was kind of curious where I was with them. So with the shampoo, I'm about there, and the conditioner, I'm about there. I always use more shampoo than conditioner. Like I tend to always finish my shampoo before I finish my conditioner, but I'm just so happy that I'm using these. I had purchased them in January 2021, so they're a year and a half old, and they have a 12-month expiration, so they're at least 6 months over, and I'm using them, so that's great. And I have plenty other hair products to use once these are done, so just to be consistently using them makes me feel happy. Inner Sense Scalp Scrub. If you recall, I have this big tub, and I had decanted some of it into this little guy. In fact, I'm gonna fill this up again. But basically, I had a goal to use this 2 times. Actually, I did use it 2 times. I didn't even know. Okay, so I used it 2 times. Goal for 2 times, use it 2 times. Great. And now this is so low, it's not even enough for me to use it for like a 1 use. So I'm going to decant more in, which will feel good. Some little things in life here that make me feel good. Okay. I have the Inner Sense Hydrating Hair Mask and the Inner Sense Detox Hair Mask. When I first, or like early on in the project pan, I had marked my progress and I was like here, where the black lines are, there you go. And then up there, where the other black lines are. And I was so excited because I've been using these. I gave myself goals with these. I didn't do that great with them, but the Detox Hair Mask, I gave myself a 3-time goal. I only used it twice. And then the Hydrating Hair Mask, I gave myself a 3-time goal and I only used it once in this time period. But that being said, I don't know if you've ever like taken your phone and shined the flashlight through the product, and you can actually see, depending on like the type of product, where it's all like empty and where the product lies. So I was really happy to see that these product lie like here and same, for both of them. So I feel really good about that progress. So I'm gonna give myself usage goals of those, and I'll touch on those at the end of the video. And okay, so moving on to body lotion. I have 2 body moisturizers left in the category. It's really 1 at this point because I moved the Bath & Body Works Juniper Breeze powder stuff just to like a foot powder. So I'm probably just going to like cross that off my project pan. So the only body moisturizer I have left in the project pan is this Glow 9 Organics. It's definitely years old, but it's at the point that like I need to cut it. So I will definitely have the goal to finish this in full. And then I am all done with all my old body moisturizers, and I can just use the ones that I have, which I have been using the newer ones like along the way too, but I've been trying to focus in the last 2 months on like finishing this. It's super light. It's like all air. I'm sure once I cut it though, there's gonna be all this like hidden product, which is fine. Body scrubs, I had a good progress. I had this years old belly body scrub, and last update, I was nearing finishing it. So I did finish it, so it's all done, and that's wonderful. And now I have the Cocoa Kind scrubbing clay, and I don't have any like usage goals with this or anything. I'm just using this, and I'm just happy to be using it. It just dripped water all over me, but it's like, it's not like super abrasive. It's a creamy body scrub, and it has coffee grounds in it. I think it's in shower body scrub with upcycled coffee and prebiotic chicory. So now I'm just kind of enjoying using it, and I don't have any other body scrubs open. So it's just like, I'm using one. When I finish it, I will open another like a very normal person. And I have a perfume category, which nothing really to report. Sweet Pea, Bath & Body Works. I mentioned last time I might just dump it or get rid of it. I think I might. I know one of you suggested a room spray, which I think is a great idea. I don't have a tendency to really do that. Maybe I should just start misting it around. Maybe I'll mist it around right now. Let's give it a shot. There we go. Maybe I'll use it as that. Carla, you recommended that idea. Maybe I'll do that. Woof. We'll see. But I might do that. Either that or it's gonna be like put out my mom's community rooms. Oh my God, I'm choking on it. People like to take things like, just so I might end up doing that. Nipple Bombs, 2 left in the category. This is where I'm at with this one. I'm using it, these are left over when I was breastfeeding my children when they were babies. And I'm just using them as foot cream, but most of the time, because of summer, when I get out of the shower, I'm just putting flip-flops on, so I really haven't used it a ton. So I'll just continue to use it. I don't really, I don't have any usage goals with it. It'll be done as it happens. All right, so I want to update you on how I did with my samples and how I did with my goals for this last 2-month time frame, and where I plan to go from here with my goals, etc. So I did have the goal of finishing 5 samples in the last 2-month period, and I finished all 5. It was 2 of the Maya Chia, the Great Cleanse Nourishing Supercritical Cleanse Oil. I didn't think anything too special of that cleansing oil. Glad I finished it. 27 Rosier's Quench My Thirst Easygoing Moisturizing Cream. Finished that. Again, nothing really to report there. Lilafox Orange Blossom Elong Bang Hand and Body Cleanse. Finished that. Wasn't a big fan. And then this Earthwise Beauty Cistus and Moonlight Face Mist. I had used a full size of this before, and I wasn't a fan of the smell. So I finished all 5 of those samples, so I was happy about that. And like I said, with my usage goals, I had the goals with the masks, and I didn't meet the goals. I had some goals with like the different hair masks and stuff, and I think I met one of them, the scalp scrub. But in general, I was lower than my goal, and I did really well with the Lil Fox Acid Glow and Marshmallow Poof. I met that goal of using it 4 times. And then I finished the belly scrub, and I had the goal to use it 4 times, and I finished it, so that's great. So let's talk about the goals that I had for that 2 months and how I did. One of the goals I had was finish the Burt's Bees face wash. Didn't meet it. The second goal I had was finish the Arcana Holocene face cream. I didn't finish that. Number 3 was finish the Cocoa Kind eye cream. I didn't finish that, but I'm really close. Number 4 was finish the Ingredients face mist. I finished it. Finish the Cocoa Kind SPF. I finished it. And the 6th goal was finish the 5 samples. And as I told you, I just finished that. As I just told you, I had finished those 5 samples. So now, what I want to let you know was, just to wrap that up, in February, I finished 8 products. April, I finished 9. This was like 2 months in February, I finished 8. 4 months in or so, I finished 9. In the middle of June, I had finished another 9. So at that point, I had finished 26 products. And now, as of mid-August, in this last 2-month time period, I finished 5 products. And I have now, up until this point, finished 31 of my 68 products. So getting close to 50%, which is great. I don't know if I had pictured that it would be more, but I'm just happy with it. I mean, I'm happy I finished 31 products out of this project pan, so I'm gonna focus on the positive. And then of course I had the bag of samples, which I finished another 5 of. And so let me tell you the 5 products, just to reiterate. I finished the Graydon Face Glow, the Cocoa Kind Sleep Mask I dumped, the Ingredients Face Mask I finished, Face Mist, the Cocoa Kind SPF I finished, the Belly Scrub I finished, and then the 5 samples. So that was my overall accomplishment for this last 2-month time period. And now I want to just tell you my goals for this next 2-month approximately time period. I have 5 samples that I want to finish. So the 5 samples that I've chosen are the Earthwise Beauty Ferns and Moss Face Serum. There's only like that much left. I've been dabbling with a little bit, so I want to finish this. I want to finish Earthwise Beauty Farazad's Veil Sun Protector, which is like a powder zinc, I believe. You mix it with an oil to create an SPF. So that'll be interesting to play with. I want to finish that. And then I want to use and finish the Earthwise Beauty Catharsis Face Mask sample. I've never used that mask before. And then the last 2 samples I want to finish is this Josie Marin 100% Pure Argan Oil and the Osmia Balance Facial Serum. So those are the 5 samples I'm going to aim to finish. And now let me tell you the full-size products that I'm aiming to finish. I have 6 full-size products I want to finish in this last, in these next 2 months. This is a carryover, the Burt's Bees. So we know that's empty, so I am just looking to finish the remainder of the Burt's Bees face wash. My second goal is to finish the Sunny Ruckus Green Flash Oil Cleanser. Like I said, there's about that much left, so let's get this done. That would be 2 cleansers out of my category, like my cleanser category, which would be great because that's been a super slow moving category. I would like to finish the Ingredients Face Serum and also the Couscous D-Drop Humectant Factor. So I don't know if I can finish these in the 2 months, but I want to try because I've been using them daily, like I said, and I'm going to plan to continue to use them daily. So let's see if I can finish them. Moving along to face serums would be awesome. And I think I have only 1 face serum remaining in my project pan after that, so that's exciting. I want to finish this Glow 9 body lotion, which would finish out my final lotion in the project pan. And lastly, I want to finish my Cocoa Kind eye cream, which should be no problem to finish that amount. So those are the 6 products I want to finish. Now I'm just going to finish up with my usage goals. All right. You know, I didn't do great with them in the last 2-month time period, so I've lowered mine a bit. So my goal is to use each of these masks, the Live Botanical Tidal Moon Moisture Mask and the Turmeric Cocoa Kind Face Mask. Just gonna say 2 times each. I should be able to use them every 2 weeks at least, you know? But I had a goal last time of 4 times and I didn't need it at all. I only used each of them once. So I'm gonna give myself a goal of 2 times each. That should not be that hard. That's once a month, so. All right, and the Detox Hair Mask and the Hydrating Hair Mask. Last 2-month period, I was able to use them each 1 to 2 times. So I'm gonna give myself the goal of 2 times each. And then the InnerSense Scalp Scrub, I'm going to give myself a goal of 2 times. So that should be good. And then I've done pretty well with the number 4 for this Little Fox Acid Glow and Marshmallow Poof combination. So that's gonna be a 4-time usage goal. So over a 2-month period, that's like once every 2 weeks, which shouldn't be hard. That is my full update. Apologies if it was scattered. I think some parts were a little bit scattered, but hopefully if you've been following me, you're following along. And if you're new, I hope you enjoyed it and it made some sense. One thing I do want to say is I've been starting to think about this project pan, and I think in a way sort of tiring of it in some ways. Also mainly noticing how many products get neglected when you're really focusing on using a product in full. Now, obviously that problem stems from having too many products. I'm aware of that, hence why I'm doing Project Pan and no buy, low buy. But I have been thinking that I would like to do a different approach where I kind of have all my open, let's say, cleansers, and I rotate between them. So then I'm using maybe like one of them for a week, one for another week, blah, 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 blah. So I'm like using them all each for a week and then restart. So then none of them are getting neglected. And eventually over time, they will begin to finish and that pool will get smaller and smaller. And then I can someday open the unopened ones if that ever happens. I'm not going to switch it up at this point, I don't think, because I want, there's September, October, November, December. So there's 4 months still. There is a quarter of the Project Pan left. I don't know. Maybe I'll experiment with it. I'll let you guys know in the next time I do an update. But I will say that it has really come to my attention more, like how many products are just kind of sitting in the cabinet, not being used, because I'm really focusing on one at a time. I'd be curious if anyone has any thoughts on that. It's just something that I've been noticing, and it made me wonder if I would, because if I reach something, if I reach a product, it really hasn't happened too much or too frequently, but if I get to one that's like spoiled, I will, before I really have used it, I'd feel bad. Whereas if I had done a rotation, I think I would have felt better that it would have gotten some use. So I don't know, I'm just curious as to what people think. There's some really beautiful moisturizers I have, facial moisturizers, a variety of them, all open, and some variation used, partially used, half used, etc. And they're just like sitting in my cabinet. So I don't know, I might get a little wild in the last 4 months. We'll see. But I still have the goal of like finishing things. And if you dabble, you don't ever really finish stuff. So I don't know, we'll see. Like I mentioned, I am pregnant with twins and I'm 22 weeks now. And in my mind, I realized that I hit like 30 weeks around the beginning of October. So next time I would do this update would usually, I do it every 2 months. So it would be mid-October. So I'd be about 32 weeks pregnant. So there might be a chance at some point that I have the babies and I won't be able to give updates like this. Hopefully though, I would at least make it to 32 weeks and be able to do the next update. So that should be another goal of mine as well, but the body and the babies probably have their own plans. So we'll just have to see. Please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, found it helpful. Click the subscribe button if you'd like to be alerted from when the next video comes out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and I would love to chat with you in the comments below. Bye.